Hello and welcome to the third lesson in Spiral 2. So what are we working on today? Well, we're looking at area and perimeter of composite shapes. So I can demonstrate understanding of finding the area and perimeter for a composite shape. So what is a composite shape? Right here it says a composite shape or a composite figure is a big shape made up of little shapes. So we need to identify the base shapes that make up the larger part. Okay, so we're going to have to split it up when it comes to area. So the example, we're going straight into examples. The first example, for this one, we want to find area and perimeter of the following shapes. I'm going to start with perimeter, all right? And remember, perimeter is the distance around the outside. So the formula, A plus B plus C plus dot, 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 depending on how many sides we have. So our perimeter here would be, I'm going to start here, I'm going to color the outside. So it'll be 10.5 plus, come down here, 3.8 plus, we come across, 3, we'll go up, 2 plus, 3.5. And I'm going to just go underneath. I don't want to go all the way across that page there. Uh-oh, we don't have a length here. We ran into a snag. So I'll stop for a second, figure out, well, what is that length? Okay? All right, so based on this shape, we know that the total height over here is 6, not a very straight line. So this side we know is 6. All right? We know that we need to know this length. That's what we need to know. How do I find that length? Well, I know that the total height on this side was 3.8. I know we went up 2. So if I want to get up that remaining distance, I'm going to have to go another 1.8, which means that this is 1.8. So now, excuse me, this missing side is 6, the whole height, minus the missing height, 1.8, which would give us 4.2 meters. So now I can continue on my way. 4.2 plus, come across the bottom, 4, then we go up the side, and we have 6. So now I need to add that together. When we do our addition, we get 37 meters. So 37 meters around the outside. All right? Next, we want to do area. So in order to find area, our total area, A, and I'm using subscript T, is going to equal to A1 plus A2 plus, depending on how many shapes we create. Now, I've kind of given away the answer here because those green lines indicate the shape I'm going to break this into. So I'm going to end up with 3 rectangles. So it doesn't matter how you name them, or the order I should say. So area 1, area 2, and area 3. So my equation's going to have 3 areas. Now, some people like to do their area calculations off to the side, and I'll do that to start with. So I know area 1 is a rectangle, so length times width. For this one, it would be 4 times 6, so it's going to be 24 meters squared, all right? So you got to make sure in your units. My second shape is also a rectangle, length times width. We know that it's 3.5, and we know the height, we found that out, is 1.8. So that was done for us when we did perimeter, and when we do that multiplication, we get 6.3 meters squared. And my final area, again, another rectangle, so it's length times width. So we have 3 times 3.8. And when we plug that into the calculator, we get 11.4 meters squared. So now I can go back to my area total formula. And, oops, 2 plus area 3. And I can do my substitution, making this nice and neat and easy to follow. Good for communication marks. And I plug those values in, and we get an answer of 41.7 meters squared. All right. Next, more complicated shape. So we want to find the area. So what's happened is we've got this gray area, and we need to get rid of this area here is being cut out when we go do the area. But let's start with perimeter first. So perimeter is A plus B plus C dot dot dot. So what is our perimeter? So again, I'm going to start up here in the corner. So I go across, and I have 13. I'm going to come down, and it's 8.5. I got to go across in here, and that number for that is right there. So it's 3 plus, I come down, it's over there, 3.5. Uh-oh, I don't have a value here. Danger, danger, Swiss Family Robinson. All right, so how do I find that length? Well, I know the total length. Switch colors for a second. Is the same as above, so it's 13. And I've lost 3 on either side, so that means that I'm going to have a total of 7 meters here. So we've averted a crisis. We're able to continue on. Whoops, I don't need the M. So it's plus 7. And again, I'm going to continue just below. I go up, 3.5, go across, 3, and final home stretch is 8.5. All right, so there is my area. Adding that all up, I get it to be an even 50. So there is our perimeter for this shape. Now notice the inside, the hole cut inside didn't matter because perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shape, and that is the outside. All right. Now we're on to area. And our area formula is always A1 plus A2 plus dot dot dot. So let's cut this into, we need to cut this into shapes. So using my red pen, you know what? I see a large rectangle here. So I'm going to take this large rectangle as my area 1. I'm going to take the smaller rectangle down here as my area 2. Now this is the interesting thing. There's a hole in the middle. I'm going to call this area 3, but it's going to be a negative area. We've got to get rid of it. So I'm going to adjust that formula and make it into representing the shape we have. So I'm going to take area 1. I'm going to add area 2, but I'm going to take away area 3 because it's a hole. All right? Not that it's a dump. I didn't mean it that way. I mean it's literally a hole or a gap, okay? Come on, you got to laugh a little bit. It is math. So how do we find area 1? It is a rectangle, so length times width. So 13 times 8.5. So we go ahead and do that calculation. 13 times the 8.5 is 110.5 meters squared. Area 2, also a rectangle, length times width. So 7, that was already figured out for us, by 3.5. So 7 times 3.5, we get 24.5 meters squared. And our final area is a square. It may look like a diamond shape, a rhombus, but it's still going to be length times width. I think it's actually meant to be a square. I'm not trying to make it tricky. So 3 times 3, so we have 9 meters squared. This allows us to go back to our formula. Area total, I should have T's there, equals area 1 plus area 2 minus area 3. So 110.5 plus 24.5 minus 9. So 110.5 plus 24.5 minus 9. It's even 126 meters squared. So there is our area. All right. I'm going to finish the next 2 examples in the next video so that I'm not crunched for time. So I'll see you in a couple seconds.